Argentinian, a number vast.
In Dracaria's rim, where dragons reign, 4 houses stand against storm and flame. 115 what region till you a council grand, each beast a marvel forged by hand.
115 what region till you Dracaria's dragons from ages past. Through ancient skies their glory soars, a boundless tale the realm adores.
From earth to fire, their scales do gleam, a blockchain scroll, a mystic dream. 115 quattorigin till uniforms unfold, a saga whispered, brave and bold.
115 quattorigin till you Dracaria's dragons from ages past. Through ancient skies their glory soars, a boundless tale the realm adores.
A number vast, in lore enshrined, each dragon's heart a fate designed. 115 quattorigin till you the heavens seen, a legacy.
In Disney's towers where stories are spun, a chain was forged in 2014. Bold, a hybrid beast, both fierce and wise, built to guard truth beneath solid skies. Patents etched, its power unbound, millions of transactions, a thunderous sound. No fleeting hype, but a fire that lasts, a blockchain born from a magical past. Dragonchain kindled in Disney's light, roots of wonder, now it fuels the fight. Dracaria rises where dragons take wing, a realm of glory where legends sing. Each dragon's birth is trade secure, immutable lore forever pure. Scales fast, no chains you can find, inner chain bonds through time's design. For bards and dreamers, a world to build, Dracaria's call with marvels filled. Assets with soul, their tales unfold, a cryptoverse woven with fire and gold. Dragonchain kindled in Disney's light, roots of wonder, now it fuels the fight. Dracaria rises where dragons take wing, a realm of glory where legends sing.
Dragonchain, Dragonchain, ja ich rock die Dragonchain, Dragonchain, ja ich rock die Dragonchain, Dragonchain, yeah Galaxy Boy. Ja ich hab den Dragon Spirit, Dragonchain den Neck ich kill es, ja bis kill es, ey ja ich hab den Dragon Spirit, Dragonchain den Neck ich kill es, ja bis kill es. Speie lila Flammen, ganzes Game am Brennen. Du machst den Track hier an, deutsche Rapper rennen. Ja, du weißt ganz genau, dass alle grad erkennen, dass ich einfach besser rappe als die deutschen Rap-Legenden. Meine Rap-Skills technisch heftig, deine Rap-Skills sind extrem schlecht, Bitch. Du bist nur ein Cash-geiler Zweckreimer mit Patent auf Rap-List. Ich bin echt nicer Textschreiber mit den besten Tracks, Bitch.
Ey, yo, Alter, nur kurz gefragt, ist schon alles so? Kannst du nicht wenigstens noch so einen ganz kurzen Part bringen?
Pass auf. Mein Beast ist trapped in the brain, trains gonna break. Funkeiner fliegen, die Facts insane. Text in grade, it's way too late. For you to stop me, denn ich zeig, was das Game. Im Netz machst du auf Gangster, redest davon, dass du Cash hast. Auch in Real Life bist du Penner, ein Kinderwitz wie der Wendler. So, jetzt genug.
Yo, das war übel krass, Mann.
Danke, Mann. Und weil du es bist, kommt hier nochmal die Hook für dich.
Yeah. And Den.Social. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Dragonchain, 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 Dragonchain. Mine 10 blocks on the blockchain. My ETH father for the got paid. These Dragons selling like they hotcakes. We go to the moon like we don't got breaks. If you wanna transact on a marketplace, Dragonchain, Dragonchain, Dragonchain. Dragonchain, 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 Dragonchain. Mine 10 blocks on the blockchain. My ETH father for the got paid. These Dragons selling like they hotcakes. We going to the moon like we don't got breaks. If you wanna transact on a marketplace, Dragonchain, Dragonchain, Dragonchain. My ETH costs more than your rent. I spend my life savings get a 10. Dragons get the hottest coming next. Me and Joe Rose make a bet. All this shit seem new to me. Fix a blockchain with security. Keeping data safe is the fluency. How could you not fuck with the company? Ooh.
ディズニーが最初に開発し、その後スピンアウトし、オープンソースとなったドラゴンチェーンからドラゴンチェーン商用プラットフォームおよびドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターが登場。まず資産となるデータの保護に重点を置いているドラゴンチェーンプラットフォームを見ていきましょう。サーバーレス構造を用いた拡張性高いプラットフォームは、スマートコントラクトの開発者たちが Java、Python、Node、C# など使い慣れたプログラミング言語で作り込まれるようパッケージ化されています。さらに、すべてのスマートコントラクトが Amazon AWS とその他の機能にフルアクセスできます。次はドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターを見ていきましょう。ドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターはブロックチェーンプロジェクトのローンチに必要なプロセスを標準化しました。では次にドラゴンチェーンの市場を見ていきましょう。暗号通貨、マーケティング、法律、ソフトウェア開発、採用といったあらゆる分野のスペシャリストたちが集まるエコシステムになっています。また、この市場には開発者たちが再利用目的で収益化したビルド済みのスマートコントラクタライブラリーも含まれています。最後に紹介するのがドラゴンチェーンプラットフォームとエコシステム全体の全てのサービスにアクセスするためのトークン化されたマイクロライセンスです。ブロックチェーンビジネスマジック用に設計されています。あなたも最も安全で柔軟性が高くビジネス仕様のブロックチェーンプラットフォームとエコシステムの一員になれます。10月2日、いよいよドラゴン発売開始。
All right, welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. This is the Dragonchain Update Show, and it's episode 0x13d. It's Hex. That's the 318th episode, pronounced 1bitey 30d, so 30d. Reminder: nothing in the show is financial advice, and stay tuned after the updates for an AMA. Let me double check something here because it didn't. I don't know why it did that when it started. But either way, okay. First off, updates on this show. The distribution of the governance lot from last week was 662. There was only one question for 331 lot, and the host received 165, and Dragonchain received 166. So everything, let's see here. We had that gone. That's gone. There's old update that's in my notes. Next, we go to Den.Social updates. So the very first thing is and it's not even on here, the DenDAO meeting. So Den.Social updates. I don't know why I don't have the link in here. It's crazy. I will put it here. Let's see. We will have, let's see if he's posted Friday. Okay, the last one is, okay, September 5th. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central. And I'm going to do my best to be there. Today I'm out all day. Last week was rough. We had too many other appointments and calls happening. So sorry I've not been to one of them. But if you have any questions, please make a reply to this post, the top post on the DinDAO layer, and essentially, if you need to get something on the agenda or have any feedback about the deplatform rebrand, and what we're thinking about doing there, I'm definitely going to try to be there this week, because I'm hoping that some of you either join in on the link to ask questions about it, or to try to figure out the direction and how we're going to do all of this stuff, and whether we want to. So be on there if you can. It's going to be pretty important, especially coming up soon. And let's see here. Now I will go out of that and I will go here. We now go to the World Blockchain Roundtable updates. So last week's show, in case you missed it, was, is this right? My notes are different. I only have one of them. Okay, so last week was blockchain solutions for a world governing body, and go make sure we go watch and share that. I was on at least the beginning of it, and so I didn't. I had to go to a different something else, and so watch it and share it. The more views it gets the first entire week, the more lot all the participants will get. And episode 224 will be airing today, and it is Technocracy Prevention Using Blockchain, episode 224. I won't be there because I have a speaking event at the university for particularly centered around two things. One is governance and general use of behavior tech, or humane intelligence, as it were, and the other is on smart contract orchestration. So if I get the link to it, I'll try to make it available to everybody. But for now, don't worry about that. Watch the roundtable today, because it should be good. I believe that Zach is going to host it. So thank you, Zach. It's going to be a good show because of that, and especially with technocracy. I wish I could be on this one. If I'm able to, I will try to chime in with some questions in the comments or something. So we will see how that works. Let's see if there are any questions yet. No questions yet. That's the other thing. Get some questions in there, because it would, it's like they're going to need some stuff to answer. Okay. Next, we have a quick note on the patent portfolio tokenization update. I know I'm promising this, and I should have that document complete soon. I did get progress on it, and we do have even new concepts to add in, and new interesting ways to make everything work, especially with the Dragon. So now I've already spoken a little bit to some people in the community that have been very active and acting as independent agents in working with some of the partners. So a few people out there know what we're talking about, and we're trying to get everything wrapped up and documented in one place so that we'll all know, and there won't be any missing points for people. So that's coming soon, and I apologize it's taken so long, but nothing worth doing is easy. So we have to make sure we get it right, and that we don't miss any opportunities, that we don't miss any details that might matter, right? So, but right now you can get your account on dex.finance, so you can be ready for when it starts. So go do that. Next, we have a Meme Asylum update, and let's see here. We'll go here. Meme Asylum updates. So go to the Meme Asylum community. I think it's on the community tab on X. About said Twitter, and make sure you're following Meme Asylum X. We're still set to do something this month, so I have to get a couple of people together on some of the integration work, and I owe a couple of people a phone call to move that further along. So pay attention. Make sure you're following on X. And the big update, Dracaria from yesterday. So you can see now that it is water season, and the entire theme of the site has changed. There will be a few water gateway keys that will be put out. We do have, and I don't even know if I'll be able. I guess I can filter it by the keys. There were 4 keys given away for the and there was 1 blockchain drawing and then 1 drawing on X. So the blockchain drawing yesterday morning gave away 3 of them, and it looks like 1 of them was used. So yeah, ban until used it. So that is good. And let's see here. Also, Bill won the golden egg, and you can see he got the golden gateway key for the future. You can use it whenever, right? The other 2, I will say, Kamish and Hodds have not used them, which is interesting. And a lot of us are kind of speculating whether these, because they're going to be probably the rarest seasonal item, if they get used, and wonder, when the marketplace opens up, are those going to be, will there be offers? Also, let's see here. So we have 15 eggs hatching. By the way, we had an issue yesterday that we hadn't foreseen with the because it was the first, it's the second regular season. So it was the first regular season where we had vouchers from a regular season, and so something happened with it, and it froze up all of the processing of blocks. And so anything that you see where wasn't missed, it's just like, okay, when it is turned, when we fixed it this morning and turned it back on, the process goes through all the blocks as if it's real time. And so the times that the timestamps get will be different than they would have been, but the how do you say this, the eggs and the charms of making and any hatches that occur will all use that contemporaneous data, the data from the time that it was, the blocks when it was supposed to hatch. And so nothing is affected for the genomes. It would, you get the exact same values you would have had it happened then. So there are, what do we say? There are 15 eggs hatching, right? So you can see a bunch of these. There's some good, looks like some good rare ones in here too. Interesting stuff. We got a lot of rare ones that popped up, which is cool. And we will go, whoops, let me see. I'm sorry. I'm kind of slow today. We can look at the golden eggs. So there's Bill's golden egg. And we can look at the dragons. There are 576 incubating eggs right now, which is crazy because we had like 70 something before this season launched. Scooter, I think, was the last one that hatched in well, it was spawned in Earth season. I think it hatched in Earth season, actually. I will look. Let's see. Go to the elements. Okay, so it's Earth. Yes. Okay, so it was spawned and hatched during Earth season. So that was the last one before this season. This one was Crowboys that was spawned in Earth season and just hatched. So it was the first hatch in water season. Look at it. It's freaking amazing looking. It's like, it's, again, whenever you get the horns with the face with it's just crazy. And then you look at the I don't know, it's a pretty nice looking dragon. And the naming, Galician, Georgian, Swedish, and Spanish. It's interesting, right? And Agua. Okay. And let's see here. if we go back, the new thing too, and this was put out there in fact, we rolled it out in the evening before the new season, that you can now search. And I'm trying to think, what can I see if I search by? Okay, nothing. So you can search by. This gives you a search by the short name of the dragon right now, or the ID. So if you know that you have, like I know that I have, my first dragon was ID 69. So like you can search by ID. I think you can, yeah, you can search, by ID if there is an ID that or if it matches something, and you can search by like say I could look at okay, how many dragons have the name Stein? It's from Free Rent, right? So that's why I remember that one. And you can also search by the owner. So let's see Jazzy Hands. Let's see. Okay, Jazzy Hands has one dragon, right? And I think I am filtered by dragons, right? So if I go to total assets and I go Jazzy, I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay, it doesn't show the key. So maybe Jazzy Hands probably purchased this one. Let's think who would have had. I'm gonna go Eternal Mickey, right? So you can see eggs, you can see the key, you can see all the assets that Eternal Mickey has, right? So anyway, very valuable, and I think that I'm going to add to the backend search that you can search by the languages, so that you could theoretically see, what dragons have Spanish name as one of its names, or one of the Elvish names as one of its names, right? So I'm going to get that in probably. And let's see here. The other cool thing, you can also select now right now, because the interface, we already can do it on the back end. But the interface is kind of clunky for how do I, could I find a dragon that is earth and has a magic air? We can do that, but the interface is really kind of hard to do. So you can instead look at all the water dragons, and this just does it by house. And I guess apparently could do dragons, and it will keep water. So these will only be water dragons, right? And that's pretty cool. And we can do, only fire dragons, or only hatching fire eggs, right? That type of thing. So you can do those filters, which is amazing. Excellent stuff. And I'll turn the filter off there. And you can do, I only want dragons that have a celestial magic value, right? Either stable, unstable, whatever else, right? So it's a beautiful thing. Look, Hodge, Jason, Crowboy got one, Jacob Wayne got one, Look Lateral got one, and I got one. So anyway, amazing stuff, and really pretty neat. There are a couple of little issues we're still working through. I want to see if we got this one yesterday or not. Yeah, you can see right now, for whatever reason, the front end is not showing the binding spell. It's actually coming across, so we know that it's there, but for some reason there was some hiccup, and the front end is not displaying it right now. So we're going to get that fixed. And we appreciate a couple of people pointed out there was one issue which caused all of that backup, which was only one of the people that won a key right at the end of Earth season used it, and that was the one where it broke it, or it was broken, and it caused everything to back up. It also caused, and it looked like the user tried it multiple times, and so it tried to spawn, but none of the spawned eggs had a charm of make. It was really weird. So we pulled those away, and we replayed all the values, and so that was banned until, I believe, So if you look at, so if I look at keys and I look at only Earth keys, let's see, wait a minute. I must be filtered on something else here. Earth, community tab, what is up? What is up? Community hub, 745. There are now 0 sealed. I'm going to go to, I don't know what it was. There was some hiccup. I probably had to filter on. So yeah, ban until was the only one of the new keys that was used. And so if you are listening, if you are watching, go check that. In fact, why don't we check real quick to double check all assets. We're going to search for ban until, and we can see that there are 3 eggs, and I guess 4 of them incubate. So 4 eggs, 5 eggs, 4 eggs from water season, the current season. So one of those was from probably this latest one, probably this top one was from that use of that gateway key. Anyway, long update. Apologies, went too long. Make sure you're also following Dracario World. We need more people to follow Dracario World, and anybody you know, get them to get an account on Dracario.com, because most of the giveaways, especially the drawings, are going to be entirely sourced from people there, and there are no limits except the team. So the team, I pull out all the team IDs before we post one of those, and that's the way you can win one, right? So I'm telling all my friends and family they need to join up so they can win one, right? And you should too. So anyway, thanks a bunch if you are following, and to keep up with all the good stuff there. Oh, that was the other thing. I should have said that we sold out faster than we did the first season. So very interesting. It was, we don't know the exact time. It was less than 33 minutes. And I will say a lot of that time was because everything, the way the locks work, and you pretty much have to do it because there's a limited supply. So it is set so that it gives you some amount of time. It's a 10-minute, maybe we might think about lowering that, but it gives you some amount of time for the payment to happen, because the crypto payments sometimes take longer, and even with credit cards, sometimes you have to go find your wallet, find the card, enter everything in, and then get your payment off. So all of those things, there's a lock, and especially when it gets down to the end, you have to keep watching that the available number might be at 0, but it might come back. And when it comes back, then you need to get in there and try to lock it before anybody else does. Once it's locked, then you're free and clear and you can buy the thing. So anyway, so thank you everybody, and we're going to hopefully get some numbers out on what were the average number of spawned eggs per account, and how many accounts participated in each season, and all of that stuff. So I'm probably going to pull those and probably release that type of stuff. And it's super early. Next season, we should look at this. I should have pulled this up. Next season starts in this season. What? This does not make sense. Okay, there's an issue. It might have been because of that one. Anyway, we'll look at this. We will look. Sorry. Geez. Next season will start, though, in 28 days, 27 days, minus 3 hours, right? So 27 plus 3 hours, sorry. Anyway, man, I didn't even look at that. So I'm gonna note somebody real quick here. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do it live. Let me see. Please check the on page. It's not active and there's 0 available, so I don't know what the holdup is. But anyway, whatever it is, 500 eggs were sold less than 33 minutes, and we respawned. And we the next season, and that's why I went to that page. The next season, there will be 2,500 eggs available, and they will be, what will they be? 2,500s, and they will be $31 to spawn per each. So 2,500 is going to be a little harder to get through, but we need more people. Well, hopefully we will. That's the other thing to watch for that you could really help with. We're going to put in a referral program so that you can get people to join up and then get entries in a drawing, for instance, potential other things that you're going to be able to get from that. So, oh, it's because we removed 4 bad eggs. Huh. I don't know. We'll have to decide what to do. Let's see here. It says 0 available. So, okay. It is closed. I don't know what, I do not know what it was. Sorry, man. That all happened right here. So, okay. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Anyway, I'll just continue on with this, and we'll go to the next thing. But pay attention. 2,500 eggs will be available next time, so it's gonna be worth paying attention. And marketplace is coming soon. We have a little bit more work to do, and definitely some testing to do. So bear with us and help us with the testing when it. Oh, somebody might have gotten the 4 eggs. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? That's interesting. If you guys were watching live and got them, let us know. That's funny. That is funny. Let's see here. Next up, we do the AMA. I'm going to do this real quick. So hopefully you got in a question. This is 1x13d episode. Okay, it looks like Copa got those eggs. That's funny. That is so funny. I hope you're watching here and got them from that. That's pretty cool. All right. First question after the refresh. Ala Dita. Let me score up some energy here because I don't need to save any energy for today because I'm not going to be on the roundtable. But anyway, look at this. 255 legendary Titan roll. It is an air it's an air earth dragon in water season. That is awesome. And it's 1,000,000 density. Super rare. Hope you're doing well. What do you think about my dragon egg? This is beautiful. It's amazing. By the way, air eggs, I don't know, it's my opinion. Air eggs are the most attractive looking egg. The air eggs are they look like glass. They're really cool looking. So congratulations. I want a legendary one. And especially with 1,000,000 density, that's the lowest density of the high density eggs. But that would be, you can expect, I wish I had these all memorized, but how many seasons will that be? Let's see here. It will be 139 days, which is about 5 seasons you would expect to wait for a hatch. That would be the middle distribution of if you had a whole bunch of 1,000,000 density eggs. So it's beautiful. Okay, question. Does the dragon from the 10,000,000 density eggs or Titan categories, are they going to have some kind of special visual effect to them? No, because that it's not genetic. It doesn't affect that. That's more than anything going to affect gameplay, or how it if there's a card game, if there's a dungeon crawler, if there's a live immersive 3D game, that it would affect various activities or abilities, I guess you might say, in those games. And that is up to the game maker, how they interpret those features. So, it's kind of an interesting thing where what we're trying to do is change the way that things like that are developed, where it's a little more organic. It's almost like if I were to create a game with squirrels and turtles in real life, that you could effectively, obviously the speed is one of the traits, but there are other traits, and you could work those traits into your game, right? As to what the squirrel benefits from the turtle does not, and yet vice versa, right? There might be interesting effects. So it's that type of stuff, and that applies to also the genetics for sure. But the agility calculation, and if you look at the white paper updates, it has a lot of this in it. The agility calculations and the stability calculations, and there are very similar calculations that come in if the dragon has like the celestial magic, right? And that's something, right? I say, but anybody could come in, and this will be a little more open API later, but we're going to make a lot of these facilities available to game makers for the rendering pipeline, things like the genetics, and we already have several game makers using the entropy side of Dracaria's API. So we already have the beginnings of what is called the Dracaria Forge API, which is intended for game developers and others. You wouldn't have to be a game developer. It could be a social media use as well. And we have one of the customers is actually maybe a little closer to a social app that centers on sports games. So there's some really amazing stuff that's being built right now with it, and this is just the beginning. But we're I'm hopeful that these things will lead to some a lot of interest, because it's far more organic. There's far more there's a lot more variety in what can happen in a game, but you have to kind of go in knowing how the characters work and how the entropy is different. So it's really cool. So great question. And I didn't mention, sorry, I was getting to that point, that open API could potentially let people build skins, or maybe you'd call them filters, right? Where imagine if you could see your dragon, even it's very hyper realistic, but you could theoretically put an overlay in and render something in a different style, yet it is still the same dragon, and maybe just have different coloring or different lighting effects or whatever else. We're definitely going to be having new poses, so you can see your dragon from different angles. We're also going to open it up so that it'd be a very small fee because it costs us to run it, but you can render your dragon in one of the other poses with one of the other settings, so we're going to be doing that, so you can make your dragon more, you could have it fully loaded. It's like, you get all of the poses, so somebody can see it from all the angles and whatever else, right? So, and videos. So anyway, next, free press. Oh boy. Man. Okay, so can you name any of the people you found who were trying to sabotage Dragonchain besides the trolls? Man, from the inside or outside, there were some that were trying to do it from the inside, and I can't say who they are. Maybe that'll be in a tell-all book sometime in the future after we relaunch everything, right? I don't know. I doubt it. I don't want to, man, I don't cause more trouble for anybody, including myself, with anything like that. There were some on the inside. There were some people that weren't necessarily trying to sabotage it, but were maybe not who they said they were. So there were some people that were in I don't know if they were just collecting info. I don't know what they were doing. And some of them were not unproductive, and they were in that role, which is weird. And then there are some people, and you can look it up. Maybe it'd be best if I didn't say anything right now, but you can look up the court records. They're all they're semi-public, and doesn't that suck? You have federal court, and you have to have a special account to see the pay. I don't even have access directly to them without going through a lawyer, which is stupid, right? So anyway, you can, though, I believe, get a free account and look up, especially if you aren't pulling too much data, that you can look up the court records, and you'll be able to find several of the names. And, again, maybe later we'll release them too. I don't know what's even, possible to do. And I don't want to cause more trouble for myself or anybody else. But you can look them up, and some of them are, I don't know, you'll see some weird common patterns that I didn't even recognize at first, but there are some people that have interesting backgrounds. So anyway, great question. Sorry I couldn't give you a better, fuller answer. I am. There we go. DINDAO meeting Friday at 2 p.m. Central. I apologize, William. I am. I was not able to join. I'm going to make it this time. I have to, right? Okay. And then another question, or a question. So from, okay. Joe, thank you and the dev team for fixing the July and August payouts. Yes, of Matter on Den. Can you comment what the issue is? I never got to follow up. And every time I've spoken with the dev team, and the ops team, it's been about either something going on with Dracaria, getting ready, fixing little issues and stuff like that. So I've not even had a chance to catch up on it. I'll try to have that for the show tomorrow. That'll be a good place to talk about that. And the payouts were completed up to August 30th. Excellent. Good. Yeah, I imagine, I don't know yet. My bet is that there was not enough Ethereum for gas in that account. I don't know that, but and the weird thing is, if that is the case ever, anybody can, the way that contract works, the Matter contract, anybody can trigger it, and it doesn't matter. You don't get anything extra for triggering it. You can't cheat anything. The Matter still goes to the what do you call it, the multi-sig wallet, which is held by some of the founders, and that multi-sig wallet is just kind of like the bank, and we feed, for security reasons, we feed it into the Goldilocks wallet, I guess the hot wallet, frankly, where where you withdraw from, right? So we have to occasionally do that operation manually. But and that was for security reasons, because when we built this, however many years ago, a lot of this had never been done, so we wanted to make sure it was pretty safe. And now I would do it a slightly different way, and maybe when we revamp Den, we will take that up on for how we want to design it. But there's gonna be some really cool stuff with that plan. So do join tomorrow for the DINDAO call. It'll be more interesting than normal. Okay. So that was the last question. Thank you for all the questions. And to close out, let's see here. And everyone, oh, by the way, everyone will get credited next week after all the numbers are run for this episode. And I reserve the right to revise and extend my remarks for all those questions in case I got something wrong. I will admit it freely. Right now, you can go to Dragonchain.store and get some Dragonchain and Den merch. DINDAO. You can get, I think, you can get 2 different sizes of mug. Factor mugs. Yeah, the crest, or the coat of arms, as it were. And that's everything. So make sure that you watch the World Blockchain Roundtable today. make sure that you follow Dragonchain, Real Denizens, Dracaria World, and Jojo Row on X and Den.Social. And make sure join the roundtable in like 15 minutes, 17 minutes. And make sure you join Den.DAO call tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. Is that right? I think it's 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time that is UTC. And I think that's it. I think that's everything. So I will see you again soon. Thanks for joining. And hopefully, if anybody has any questions on any of that stuff, just throw them into the Den.DAO call. And on Dracaria World, if there's anything, we're probably going to institute a bug bounty as well. So pay attention to that, where the smaller ones, we still have to introduce something that we can reward you with. It's going to be drachma, I'm pretty sure. And for bigger bugs, we will probably give away gateway keys. So be pretty good thing to get. So pay attention, all right? And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. Adaptable approach is palpable. If this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it now.